This look is called Strawberries and Cream and is the perfect warm and cute look for Valentine's Day. Keep watching to find out how to achieve this look. I start out with my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. I lightly pat this all over my face, making sure to get around my hairline and jawline to avoid any missed patches. Next is my Garnier BB Eye Roller, which I gently pat under my eyes to get rid of any dark circles. Next I'm using my Wet n Wild Fergie Eyeshadow Primer. This primer works like a dream and holds all day. Because it works so well, it's best to use it sparingly and put it exactly where you want it. Otherwise you'll get cakey little splotches that will also last all day. Here I just put it in the center of my lid and gradually pat it out. Next I'm using my Milani Shadow Ice Pencil in Almond Cream as a base. My tip has started falling out, so here I just rub it on my finger and pat it on my lids. Next I'm taking this e.l.f. concealer brush and getting some of the pencil on it so I can be more precise with my inner corners. For eyeshadow, I'm using my NYX Love in Paris Merci Beaucoup palette and a large eyeshadow brush from EcoTools. I'm starting with this light peachy color, and I make sure to tap the brush to remove any excess shadow and prevent fallout. Then I pat it all over my lid and crease area. Now I'm using my crease brush and picking the dark pinkish red color. I'm applying this to my crease and the outer third of my eyelid. Next I'm using the Wet n Wild Smoke and Melrose palette. With the same crease brush, I'm taking this dark burgundy color and lightly patting it on the very outer part of my crease and lid. Next I'm taking this small eyeshadow brush and the light rose gold color from the Merci Beaucoup palette. I'm sweeping this on the inner 2/3 of my lid and in my tear ducts. Now I'm taking my smudge brush and this shimmery cream color, and I'm using it to highlight the inner corner of my lower lash line. Next I'm taking my concealer brush and primer again, this time using the brush to apply the primer on the outer corner of my lower lash line. This gives me a much more precise application than using my finger. Next I'm using this chiseled paintbrush and this mauvey color from the Smoke and Melrose palette. I'm applying this to my lower lash line, starting at the outer corner and bringing it in about halfway. Using the same brush, I'm taking this dark brown color from the Merci Beaucoup palette. I'm putting this in the very outer corner of my lower lash line. Now I'm taking the smudge brush and rose gold color again and applying it to the center of my lower lash line, blending the highlight color and brown color together. Next, I'm taking this Wet n Wild shadow in Brulee and my blending brush, and I'm going to sweep this along my brow bone, blending out the edges of my eyeshadow. This helps the shadow to appear less harsh. Here I'm using my Mark eyelash curler to curl my eyelashes. As you can see, it makes a huge difference. For eyeliner, I'm using the Wet n Wild cream liner in black and an e.l.f. angled eyeliner brush. I start with the outer to mid section of my lashes, which is easiest for me, and I bring the brush up from my lower lash line to create a slight wing. I then connect it with the liner on my lid and fill it in. Then I do something that's called tight lining, which is wiggling the brush between the underside of my lashes. This fills the gap between liner and lashes and helps them to blend more. I try to keep the eyeliner on both eyes as even as I can, but no one's perfect, and everyone's eyes are different. Just do the best that you can and don't stress over it, because most times no one will even notice. For mascara, I'm using the Clump Crusher Mascara by CoverGirl. As I'm applying, I try to wiggle the brush back and forth as I move up. This helps to coat the lashes better. Now with a worn out e.l.f. eyeliner brush, I choose this warm brown to fill my eyebrows. Since my hair is dyed red and my eyebrows are brown, this color creates a happy medium that doesn't look super unnatural. I create a line following the natural shape of the bottom of my brow and then smudge some color through the rest of it. You'd be surprised how big a difference filling in your brows makes. You can see here, one side looks much more polished than the other, right? It is especially important for those with light or sparse eyebrows like me. For blush, I'm using this Can Make Cream Cheek Blush in 05. I'm just patting this on my cheeks with my ring finger and softly blending it out with my pinky finger. Next, I'm using Tony Moly's Cat's Wink Clear Packed in Clear Beige. I'm patting this on my shiny areas to mattify and just under the outer corners of my eyes to help my eye makeup stay put. I gently sweep my hands over my face to spread around any excess powder. Next, I'm using my Mark Kabuki brush and e.l.f. Golden Bronzer palette. I push the outer shell down to make the brush smaller and more precise, and I take the lightest cream color to highlight my cheekbones. Now I'll be using the CoverGirl Lip Perfection lipstick in Fairy Tale. I'm applying this to the inner parts of my lips, and I'm applying the Maybelline Color Whisperer in Pin Up Peach on top. The Lip Perfection lipstick helps the Color Whisperer to last way longer and also makes it look more vibrant. Lastly, I'm using this e.l.f. Makeup Setting Mist to, well, set my makeup. For finishing touches, I'm braiding the front section of my hair back for a cuter style. And here's the finished look. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and happy Valentine's Day!